Last week on Raw, the World Title Tournament was underway. It was first a play-in match between Lex Luger and William Regal, and with a bit of a surprise to a counter, Lex Luger was able to get the victory, bookmarking himself in a match with Sting for tonight. Quarterfinal action also began as Kane was able to take down Hollywood Hogan, and then the NWO, they ended up 0 for 2 for the night, as The Undertaker was able to defeat Kevin Nash. Shawn Michaels has made it clear the NWO cannot interfere in this tournament, and it's given them a rough start to the tournament. But tonight on Raw, we see if Scott Hall can pick up the first win for the group over Steve Austin, and also Lex Luger and Sting compete for the other semi-final spot. Ladies and gentlemen, it was an electric first episode of Raw, and we've got another classic on the way here tonight.
Yeah, and tournament action continues tonight with our two remaining quarterfinal matches.
We've got Lex Luger fighting Sting and Steve Austin fighting Scott Hall.
And the NWO, they had a rough first night after Shawn Michaels banned the cronies from ringside.
You have to think the NWO is trying to play in something to ensure Scott Hall does not lose tonight.
Agreed. Only time will tell. But got to get this show started with some Cruiserweight action.
And in that Cruiserweight action to kick off the show, it would be a triple threat match. Chavo Guerrero versus Spike Dudley versus Tajiri. Explosive offense from all three throughout the match, trying to get the victory. However, with Chavo Guerrero out on the floor, Tajiri would hit the buzzsaw kick on Spike Dudley, getting the 1-2-3 and getting himself a victory in his very first match. And now we're going to send it to the back because we've got a visit with Shawn Michaels.
Last week, I promised a tag title match with a team to be decided. Well, the team facing the Dudleys tonight is the Radicals.
Wow, you have to wonder what two members will end up competing.
Oh, wait a second. It looks like Ivory just appeared in Shawn's office.
Shawn, I can't help but notice I haven't been booked. You added a second female in Stacy. I want to fight her tonight.
Well, Stacy is busy managing.
Well, I demand a damn match.
Fine, you get a match.
Do I?
Against the newest Raw signing, Jazz.
Be careful what you wish for. You're done for tonight.
Wait, Jazz is on Raw? Wow, Shawn Michaels with a major move there.
Yeah, it sounds like Stacy talked him out of being in a wrestling role, but it worked out.
Worked out indeed. It's Jazz versus Ivory later tonight.
And up next, we have Lex Luger versus Sting to see the third semifinalist in the World Title Tournament. And in that match, it was two old friends with a lot of history stepping into the ring. Sting versus Lex Luger. The Scorpion Deathlock versus the Torture Rack. In an equal footing of two superstars who know each other very well, the two competed back and forth. They found themselves brawling on the outside and almost got counted out, but both superstars were able to slide their way back into the ring. Luger would go for the Torture Rack, but Sting would reverse and hit the Scorpion Death Drop. 1-2-3, Sting moving on to the semifinals. Tag title action on the way here. The Dudley Boyz granted their opportunity on last week's Raw, and Shawn Michaels announced tonight they are facing the Radicals. I have received word from Shawn Michaels, though. I thought we'd see Stacy Keibler out here. He has said, hey, no managers in this match. We've got to crown our first tag team champions. We got to do it right. So the Dudleys are coming out to the ring, but Canada, we do not know what two members of the Radicals we're going to be seeing.
Yeah, I mean, definitely curious at what two members got the call for the tag titles tonight.
And Cheek, we saw Perry Saturn in action last week. He lost to Jerry Lynn, so maybe it's Perry Saturn looking to get a bit of redemption, but also Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko, they're not bad options either.
No, Dean Malenko, and Eddie Guerrero, if they even end up being the team, if those are the two, that is a great duo. But yeah, Scary Perry, you might be looking to get back in the ring, get that bad taste out of his mouth. But we'll see here momentarily. But Dudley's, they look pumped. They look ready to roll.
Yeah, the Dudley Boyz, obviously a ton of experience together as a tag team. I mean, obviously the Radicals are a super solid unit here, but I mean, these guys are brothers. Only, blood is thicker than wood. I think you're going to see the Dudleys perform well tonight, but who knows? Maybe that unpredictability could hurt them here. Let's see what two they are going to be facing here for this match. Moment of truth. Anticipation builds. Oh, okay, so they're coming out separate to start this thing, but Dean Malenko going to be one half of the team for the Radicals. Maybe a little bit of mind games here, Cheek, from the Radicals not coming out together to kind of leave the Dudleys guessing a little bit longer on who the two are going to be.
Or it's the opposite, and this is just a sign that the Radicals are not in sync. I don't know. That may be something to consider. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Radicals are pretty locked in. Fresh unit coming in. I would lean towards the mind games here, but Canada, what do you lean on that?
I'm leaning towards mind games just because. Oh, and there is the choice. It looks like Eddie Guerrero, and again, good choice. And I think that's where the mind games are leading up to. Just who is it going to be? And we're going to get Eddie, and I think Eddie is a little more intimidating. Look at that scowl on his face. So I think leaving it up to just let this one breathe, let the entrances breathe, also gives the Dudleys, throws them off their game plan a little bit. So I'm leaning towards the mind games, baby.
Yeah, and of course, Perry Saturn last week did take that loss, so maybe, when the Radicals were meeting to decide what to represent, maybe that's one of those things where Eddie and Dean say, hey, you came out here, you had a tough match last week. We're going to get the Radicals back on track. We've already seen the trio of the NWO have some struggle. So the Radicals, they're not also trying to be a trio with struggle. So Eddie and Dean teaming up here could be an interesting one. I mean, these guys know each other well, a long history way back in ECW, in WCW, and of course in WWF, and now the CTU. But, they've never necessarily held tag gold together. So could be a detriment, but could also be a good bit of motivation for these guys in this match.
Yeah, they say mind games. You guys say mind games, but the Dudleys ain't here to play mind games. They're ain't here to play any games. They're just here to get down to business.
There you see those World Tag Team titles on the line. Our first tag team champions, of course, here in the C2, both Raw and SmackDown, will have their own respective tag team champions. So
look at those golds.
First set getting crowned here.
Golds.
It's going to be Devon starting the match with Dean, and
Battle
we
of the
are
Ds.
underway.
The WWE Tag Team division is more competitive than ever.
We're feeling them out.
And for this match, we've got Cheek controlling the Dudleys, Canada representing the Radicals.
Yeah, we're getting radical tonight, baby.
Great shot of Eddie's ass right there.
This is the classic CodyVerse tradition. Just call it what it is. We do a Royal Rumble on the channel, and then it takes about 3 videos to remember to change the camera.
Yeah.
Devon running start. It's all right. A little slow. The boys feeling each other out to start the match.
Yeah, you don't want to make an early mistake here. You want to kind of see what's going on. Devon trying to hit that shoulder tackle, but Dean's got it scouted. He's ready to go. And of course,
That's why they came out separate.
When we don't know, we don't know if how long the Radicals knew that they were going to be in this match. Obviously, the Dudleys found out tonight, but maybe the Radicals got that word from Shawn Michaels last week. They might have had a week to read the reports and get a feel for these guys. Oh, Eddie going to send Devon out to the floor.
Tough start for Devon, missing a couple of those big shoulder moves, getting knocked out of the ring already. Hot start for the Radicals, all things considered. Devon right back up, though.
Devon gonna go up top, but Eddie just stares down. So Devon gonna hop down, and Guerrero a step ahead. Radicals are locked in here. Bubba calling for the tag. And Devon able to make the tag, and Eddie misses the elbow after.
Oh, man.
Devon Devon with that critical tag. Bubba comes in hot, but immediately Eddie gets things back under control for the Radicals.
And Eddie gonna tag in Dean right away. Bubba. Able to flip that momentum for a moment, but Guerrero recognized. Got to make the switch.
Momentum seeming to change here.
Elbow to the back. Elbow to the chest now. Bubba starting to build that momentum here.
Yeah, he's starting to find his groove. Get his feel.
This is big for Devon, getting a bit of rest after a tough start to the match for him. Bubba staring at Eddie, gonna knock him off the apron here.
Bubba is absolutely unloading here. That just knocked him a bit off balance.
Bubba trying to build that momentum. Dean with a counter, though.
Tell you what, though, Bubba, it's what the Dudleys needed, though. A little bit of regain, a little bit of that momentum. Oh, no. Dean going to go to work on that lower body of Bubba.
As a big man, you got to take out the lower body sometimes.
Oh, buddy, right to the chops. Take out the upper body, too.
Malenko trying to wear down Bubba. Bubba misses the punch. Oh, man, these guys got these counters queued up. Big combo there from Malenko. Ends it with the uppercut. Oh, and look at Dean.
Galloway, Dean.
Blocking it.
Dean.
Knew Bubba wanted the tag.
Oh, no.
Oh, Malenko's got a cloverleaf in here. Bubba could be in trouble. Devon comes in and breaks it up.
That's...
Wow.
Nice counter there from Bubba. Oh. Notice that right drop kick. And then Dean hits one right back. Tag to Eddie. Bubba trying to get over his brother, but Eddie not going to let it happen.
Couldn't get that hot tag.
In the corner. Ooh.
There we go. Eddie getting back into the Dudley's corner.
Big shoulder tackle there, and Bubba got that rage, got himself fired up.
Yeah, he's fired up.
Uh-oh. What is this? Eddie? Wow.
Goes for the Bubba cutter, but Eddie going to counter out into the power slam. And Eddie going to go for the pin here. 1, 2. Oh, just got the shoulder up.
Come on, ref. Count a little
back. Eddie thought.
Dean going to get tagged in. And the big tag there. Bubba getting Devon in.
Immediately to the corner.
Dean going to bring Eddie right back.
That's just trying to keep the Dudley Boyz on their toes, it seems.
Yeah, Radical's trying to keep a fresh man in there. Devon going to put Eddie in the corner. Now we're going to see a little double team action from the Dudleys.
Uh-oh.
Off the ropes. And the double headbutt to Guerrero. And Eddie, he's going to roll his way out of the ring. He needs a second after that.
2-1 counts.
Look at Eddie running. He's scared. Eddie!
And he goes after Devon. Knocks him down with that drop kick.
Didn't expect to see him out there. He got a little feisty.
There we go, Bubba. Big right hand. Eddie busted open.
He's donning the crimson mask after that move.
Bubba got mine here.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
got him up and down with the power bomb. Eddie counters. Oh!
What the hell?
It was like he went through him with that drop kick. Bubba gonna try to get a pinfall here.
Bubba!
Just one count.
Even bloodied Eddie.
Ooh, tried to go up the middle rope there. Malenko gonna get tagged in. Bubba thought about bringing Devon in, but he's gonna stay in the ring. And oh, wait a minute! Northern Lights suplex from Malenko.
And this is danger zone for Dudley's.
Get up there,
Eddie?
What is he? We know what Guerrero's looking for here. Frog splash from the top. What? Oh, Devon comes in and breaks it up. You knew that was trouble. Oh, Eddie accidentally hit the ref.
The poor ref. Look at his knee. It's okay.
Eddie was trying to hit a chop block there on Devon. Referee, wrong place, wrong time. But we're going to try to take advantage of a pin here.
Bubba just eager to try to get this one over with.
I mean, it's the tag titles are on the line. He's a little squirrely.
Nerves are high. Radicals came out hot.
And Eddie thinking gory bomb, baby. No, gory special. Will Bubba tap or can Bubba? No, Bubba gonna escape.
Oh, Eddie Guerrero forgot he was on a PlayStation controller and not an Xbox. Hit the wrong button.
It's a humbling experience here for Eddie.
Mistake.
Ooh. Is that a possum or is that Bubba?
Bubba now gonna go after Dean. Saw Eddie go after Devon earlier. And Eddie, oh no!
Oh, Jesus.
Eddie went for the dive to the outside, but Bubba able to avoid.
Thinking.
A miscalculation that can change this whole match.
I mean, this has been a crazy tag title match here. If this is what we're gonna get in the tag division, we're in for a majestic time. Referee count up to 5. Eddie's got time, regrouping here.
That time he's
Oh! Devon tried to go after Dean. Dean was ready though.
Oh.
Eddie rolls, misses the drop kick. Clubbing blow from the top by Devon.
Oh,
Brings him back into the neck breaker.
Foot just stomping down. I don't know how much more damage can be done now. Yeah, this is troubling. Can only hold on for so long.
Devon got mine here. Throws Eddie out of the ring.
A little too hard.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
Wow, what a
Oh,
situation.
and look at Dean!
Oh, yeah.
This is bad.
Dean, what are you doing?
He saw Devon come over, try to take the shot. Grabs the. Oh,
Eddie's
Dean
got a
gets in the
chance.
ring here.
Whoa, ref! Get this
got a
man
5
out of the ring.
count.
He was too focused on counting Eddie there. Didn't see a little sneaky
Wow.
Dean get in the ring.
Dirty Dean.
And Malenko saw an opportunity. You get 5 seconds to come in there, but the ref wasn't even going to be counting because he was worried on checking that Eddie got in.
Ooh.
A smart tag by Eddie.
All right, Dean actually legal now.
Getting Malenko in there. Oh! Spins him out on that arm wrench.
Technicalities.
That's what the Man of 1,000 holds is known for. And again, we're seeing those quick, fresh tags by the Radicals.
They got to keep it fresh.
Yeah, Dudley's are in serious trouble.
Let's see what Guerrero's got in mind here. Oh! Runs in with that elevated drop kick. He's going to continue to work the leg. Could see a last promo pass up from Eddie at some point. We've already seen the clover leaf from Malenko, so not a bad idea to work the legs there. Oh my goodness. Well, there we go. Devon able to get out of the way that time. Oh, wait a minute. Lifts him up, saving grace, drops him down. Indeed, he's going up top. Can he get there in time? No!
Yes! The Dudleys! They steal it!
He went up. He tried to get in the ring, and I don't know. Maybe he thought he could climb and fly off and save Eddie that way, but oh man,
See, Canada, that's That's what I was talking about. No mind games. They came out. I said they came out separate because they're out of sync. And right there, when it mattered most, they dominated the whole match.
Yeah, well,
when it mattered
really
most, Devon stole it, man.
No, I mean, I feel like they were in sync the whole time. Just a little miscalculation there at the end cost them in the worst way.
Yeah, I agree. We saw, I mean, the Radicals were a well-oiled machine, but right there at the buzzer, you see there, earlier in the match, Dean got out of the way for the frog splash, looked perfect, but Devon able to break it up. But yeah, right there at the end, Devon hits that saving grace neck breaker, and right here, I mean, Dean Malenko was ready for that attack. He was dialed in, but right there at the buzzer makes a mistake. We see that in sports a lot. You have a great game, and then in the fourth quarter, right at the buzzer, you missed the wide open shot. And I think that's what happened with Malenko there. But regardless, look, if we are going to see Dudleys and Radicals throughout the year on Raw, I think we're in for a good one. Again, you can see Malenko decides to try to climb up top rather than just run through, and I think that's what got him. But based on performance we saw there, I think the Dudleys are going to be a great pair of tag champions here on Raw, and I don't think it's going to be the last we see of the Radicals either.
That's right, and I think the Radicals are going to be back in a huge way. And hopefully we get more just like we saw right here, because that was a great match.
Yeah, no,
that was crazy.
Fantastic match there. Great back and forth. And
that is a roller coaster.
That's the type of match, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, I mean, what are you doing? Get subbed up for more great tag team action just like that. Hall, brother, tonight's your night. The NWO gets back on track, dude. Scott Hall, brother, Raw World's Champion.
Scott, my man, this is your moment. Tonight, you face Stone Cold in the main event. The losing streak ends here.
That Balmain Steve Austin has no chance against me, Chico. Survey time. Who's the baddest man left in the tournament?
You.
Scott Hall, brother.
That's right. I'm gonna make an embarrassment out of Stone Cold. And then next week, I avenge you, big man, when I take down The Undertaker.
Just remember, the NWO always has a plan B.
Always a plan B, brother. NWO for life. And then it was Ivory stepping into the ring. The first women's match on Raw against the newly signed Jazz. Jazz had complete control throughout this match, showcasing her power and strength. However, just before it looked like she was going to put Ivory away, Ivory surprised her with a shocking pin, and Jazz was beside herself. As Ivory went to laugh and taunt at her, though, things seemed to change because it looks like Raw added more than just Jazz tonight, as Jacqueline came out attacking Ivory and aligning herself with the lady that she trained. Jazz and Jacqueline looked to cause major issues in Raw's women's division. Gentlemen, it is main event time. We just saw the debut of Jacqueline to help out Jazz, but we have one more match here in the quarterfinals. Winner of this is facing The Undertaker in the semis. Canada, we already know we've got Kane versus Sting next week on Raw, and now it's either going to be Steve Austin or Scott Hall versus The Undertaker. This tournament is just beyond stacked.
Yeah, the tournament has been quite a treat for the CTU fans. That's the CodyVerse Throwback Universe fans, of course. And of course, we're getting a treat here tonight. I mean, this whole tournament is just treats on treats on treats. You can't go wrong with any match.
Yeah, this has been incredible so far. We've seen some great matches to this point. But Cheek, the NWO, they lost both their matches last week. Kevin Nash had an incredible match with Undertaker, came up just short. Hulk Hogan comes up short against Kane. Scott Hall is kind of that third and final chance if the NWO wants to have the world title.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the NWO sure does talk a big game. They got a lot of mouths in that group, but quite frankly, their wrestling hasn't backed up all that talk. And Scott Hall, I'm not saying that there's a lot of pressure on him tonight, but I'm going to say there's a lot of pressure on him tonight. You can definitely sense some nerves from Nash and Hogan that this might be their last hope. This is their last chance. Scott Hall has got to deliver tonight.
Yeah, I honestly, Cheek, I would agree with that. You know, I mean, the NWO, we hear from Hall, right? They ooze machismo. They are confidence personified, but I think maybe they're trying to lie to themselves a little bit here. I'm sure last week humbled them, and if Scott Hall comes up short tonight, Canada, it could be trouble for the NWO here early on.
It could, and I mean, Scott Hall, whoa, he has there's no short of contest here tonight. He's going up against one of the all-time greats in Stone Cold Steve Austin, so his work is cut out for him tonight.
Here we go. As we start this match, I'll let you know that I am on the sticks for Steve Austin. Cheek is controlling Scott Hall, and here we go.
Let's get it on.
Look at this. Just round each other out.
Scott Hall once the bald man.
Yeah.
Oh, Austin tried going big for the clothesline there. Misses early.
I mean,
Scott Hall.
guys, if you told me this was the finals right here, I'd believe you.
That's how this whole look at Austin hot dogging out here, but that's how this whole tournament feels. Every match, I go, yeah, that could be the finals of the tournament. And remember, this tournament culminates at Backlash, where the first Raw World's Champion is going to be crowned.
Ooh.
Oh, big reversal
Beautiful
there.
reversal.
Ooh, Austin. Oh, went for that neck snap, but Hall able to get out of the way.
Ooh.
And interesting exchange there.
Kind of lost his grip.
Austin in the corner and stomp away.
Good start, though, for NWO and Scott Hall. This is what they need. Austin came out a little overzealous, missed that first move, but man,
I mean,
this is...
It's not how you start, it's how you finish, Cheek, so...
Yeah, I mean,
We
Scott
do
Hall is...
know that. Scott Hall cannot decide on how to attack Stone Cold.
I want him
Just
this
turn
way,
him
go
over
this
like
way.
he's flipping pancakes.
Oh. Steve
Well, the
Austin gets
pancakes
that
are
lariat
done.
in.
Uh-oh.
Oh, try to go for that double axe handle, misses.
Scott Hall going to show you.
Oh, buddy. Scott Hall
Yeah,
going all the way
done.
up here.
All the way up, that's a big man.
Big man.
Oh, and a hit. King Kong knee.
Yeah. Ooh.
Now he's calling him to his feet.
He's gonna get up.
Risky. Careful what you wish for.
Oh, drops him down with the DDT.
Big time DDT.
And Austin talking that trash, telling Hall to get back up.
Oh, he's up.
Ooh. Look at these men. Slow, calculated to start.
Yeah, we're seeing, you know, earlier tonight we had that triple threat cruiserweight match where we saw the high, quick, fast-paced action. These guys are moving more strategic. They don't want to make a mistake here.
Ooh, but look like that suplex took Steve Austin out of bits. He's gotta be careful not to. That's a big man you're lifting up, so you gotta be careful there.
Yeah, it's crazy that Scott Hall. Oh, what the hell is? I mean, Scott Hall taking the turnbuckle pad off while the referee's distracted, counting Austin.
Interesting tactic there. Scott Hall might need to pull out all the stops for this.
Steve Austin pretended to be a bear on the floor, apparently. I don't know what that taunt was. That was like, what the hell is that?
That was like an NWO taunt.
Oh, hard whip into that corner. What's Hall got in mind here?
Hold on, done.
Oh, with that right hand, Austin able to catch it though. Nice back and forth between these two. Austin, this time goes Gorebuster face first.
That might be a better move than trying to get him over your shoulder there.
Oh, no. Austin, that middle rope has defied him.
He said, I want that turnbuckle off.
Oh!
Yeah, the ref got that fixed. He's going right back to it.
I think
but
Austin
gets the call
accidentally
back.
blocked her, though. He might not realize, but he might have just helped Scott Hall out. Oh, wait a minute. Surprise roll up here.
Oh. Oh.
Referee was,
Only
there
a
you
one
go.
count.
She's trying to keep this thing clean, that turnbuckle pad. Scott Hall, though.
got her work cut out for her.
Yeah, Scott Hall's making her put in the hours here tonight.
Oh,
What the hell is Scott Hall doing now? He's got a sledgehammer here.
going for something.
And Austin telling the referee was going to go admonish
Yeah, I've
that.
never seen that before.
That's insane.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Back and forth, little back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, Austin and the official both saw that sledgehammer. I am surprised she didn't try to get rid of it, but I guess what are you going to do? Give it to a fan?
Right.
Uh-oh. Scott Hall in trouble.
No blocks. And oh, Austin's got a point to prove. Finally.
Right off Brett's rope.
Oh, wait a minute. Got that Luthez press.
Luthez, the legend himself.
Oh, man. Austin kicked the gut. No, Scott Hall catches it.
No, Mang.
Pushes him off. Scott Hall regrouping. Almost caught a stunner. He's like,
Yeah, Hall.
I gotta think about that one.
And Austin just waiting in the ring, doing that bear pose again. That is a wild.
Is that a test of strength? Is that what that's supposed to be?
Maybe? I don't know. Oh, shoot. Like, I was just trying to flip him off, you know.
I think the ref, he's just saying you can't win up there, buddy.
But I just bear pose. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Caught him. Austin wanted to test the strength, and Scott Hall says, screw that.
Oh, no. Scott Hall just going right at it.
Oh.
Tried to get that surprise pin there. He caught Austin off guard in the middle of the taunt. Saw an opportunity to take advantage.
Oh, Hall whiffs.
I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here.
Climbing up the corner.
Oh, cat and mouse game.
Counters looming.
Who's the cat? Who's the mouse?
It's Austin. Oh!
Oh. Very.
Oh, caught it again.
Bang, bang, bang.
Uh-oh.
Scott Hall, big club to the back.
Thought he was going for something himself.
Something big.
Oh, Austin
buddy.
able to counter. These guys are dialed in right now, avoiding the biggest move.
Yeah, are we sure this isn't the finals? I don't know. Holy.
These guys are bringing this here. And like you said, Canada, this is just for a berth in the semifinals.
Yeah.
Oh.
And man, Backlash is probably only a few short episodes away. This is all culminating. Sorry.
Calls him up. Stunner to Scott Hall.
That's gotta be it.
Will it be enough?
Is the NWO gonna go down again?
1, 2, no, Scott Hall.
Scott!
That wouldn't count.
How is he alive?
That has to be adrenaline.
Austin can't believe it. He's looking at the ref like, what the hell's going on?
Austin, son of a bitch.
Crowd champ fight forever. I can't blame him at this point. Oh, God, Austin's losing his mind.
He's falling all over the ring.
He's trying to get the
Long goes
crowd
to that
behind
bear
him
pose.
still.
Scott Hall is gas. Oh, buddy. Danger zone.
Where's that? There it is.
There it is. What's he going? Oh.
Austin. Oh, hell yeah.
Austin doing what he does best. Opening up.
Get up,
no.
you guys. Get up.
Boom. No.
Another.
He can't do. He's gonna kick out of
There's
two
no way he's
somehow?
kicking out of 2. There's no way he's kicking out of 2. No. Wow.
Oh.
Gentlemen,
Wow.
that main event, though, was absolutely insane. Scott Hall, he brought it. He was never able to hit that outsider's edge, but he kicked out of the damn stunner cheek. I mean, Scott Hall came to play even though he came up just short.
Hey, Scott Hall absolutely brought his A game for the NWO, but unfortunately, there's a couple mistakes there where Stone Cold is able to take advantage of, and once he got that second stunner, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah, we've seen, and I think this episode of Raw has really been a lesson on it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We saw the Radicals. They were coming in hot off the start, but a little slip up at the end, and I think the same thing with Scott Hall. He came out firing. He was all over Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then just saw it slip away out of his eyes. He tried to unbuckle that turnbuckle, and I think that was just the catalyst, and he really never got on top back again. And Stone Cold kicks out of 1 stunner, but not out of 2, baby.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Scott Hall had a plan, and we've got to tip the cap to our official here. If she's not dialed in here, I think Scott Hall wins this. I assume that was plan A for the NWO, was to distract the ref, cause an issue. You know, that didn't work. Austin said no interference. So now Scott Hall tries to take his own. You can see, if you look out there, you can see Scott Hall's feet with the sledgehammer by him. He tried to grab the sledgehammer. The ref saw that. And, you know, it allowed Austin to avoid disaster. And although Scott Hall kicks out of 1 stunner, he wasn't kicking out of 2. So we've got it on the screen right now. Next week, it is the semifinals. And, boys, I mean, we have a couple great matches. We're going to be dialed in playing both of those matches. It is going to be Kane versus Sting, as well as Steve Austin versus The Undertaker. Canada, we're going to all three be on the spot here. Ken, I'm going to go to you first with those matchups. Steve Austin and Undertaker, Sting and Kane. What is your prediction for the finals that'll take place at Backlash?
Oh, man, I mean, I'm going to give the edge to Stone Cold. Maybe it's recency bias, but I think he is going to come out on top. He just handled a big man in Scott Hall. He's going to do the same with The Undertaker. And with Sting and Kane, I mean, Sting, he's only had his 1 match against Lex Luger. He doesn't have the same ability to take down a big man. So I see Kane coming out on top on that one versus Sting. But, man, I'm glad to be wrong if I am, and I can't wait to see that match.
And then, Cheek, same question to you. Steve Austin versus The Undertaker, Sting versus Kane. What is your predictions for those semifinal matches, which will take us to the Backlash Championship match?
Well, as much as I would love to have Brothers of Destruction in the final against each other, I think that would be so poetic. I think Stone Cold is going to ride this momentum. This was one hell of a match. He put on one hell of a statement, and I think he's going to get to the finals undenied. And then I do think that Kane can overcome Sting and get the job done, unlike Undertaker, his brother, in the semifinals. So I think we're going to have Stone Cold versus Kane.
And on my side, I actually got the exact opposite combination. I think, Brothers of Destruction in the finals would be poetic. Steve Austin versus Sting, Steve Austin versus Kane, unbelievable. But I think we're going to see a match that the fans dreamed of, and only in the CTU are they going to be able to get. I think we're finally going to see The Undertaker versus Sting. It is going to be 2 hellacious semifinal matches next week. And as a reminder for the viewers, next week Raw is the go-home show. The go-home Raw. 3 Raws, 3 Smackdowns, and a pay-per-view. So these Raw superstars, they've got one more chance to get themselves on the Backlash card, and it is shaping up to be a doozy in a hurry. So hopefully you've been enjoying the action. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like if you can. A new series always brings with it new challenges and new excitement, so it helps us out a ton. But until the next episode of the CTU, where we head back to the blue brand, and the next episode Raw is going to be nuts, but we'll see you then. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Toodles.